This is Kiefer. And now we're going to cover the abducens nerve, or the sixth cranial nerve. We're going to look at this long list of functions here, along as the cranial exit, the nerve type, and that it is the sixth cranial nerve. As usual, we're going to take these words, assign them pictures, and wind those pictures into a narrative, allowing you to remember more for longer. So let's get started. This is the abduction, our mnemonic for the abducens nerve. Here we are in a natural history museum, with some pretty impressive diamonds on display. Coming down from the ceiling, we have our diamond abductor, wearing a full black outfit and this vacuum-like thing on his back, powered by a motor, which will remind you that the abducens nerve is purely a motor nerve. He's going to use this vacuum here to try to get into these glass cases, to abduct these diamonds. Damn, these cases sure do look like a pair of eyes, huh? With the diamonds as pupils? Let's go with that. So, as this abduction begins, this thief begins to crack the glass. Rect glass will represent the lateral rectus, the muscle responsible for drawing your gaze laterally, basically meaning it helps draw your gaze away from the middle out to the side of your head. This situation's heating up a little bit. Let's throw a fire extinguisher on the floor. Thank God the health and safety inspector isn't here, because this fire extinguisher seems to be sprinkling all over the place. Notice that it has a pressure gauge on the front. And since it's sprinkling everywhere, the internal pressure is probably too high. This high pressure should remind you that the abducens nerve is usually the first nerve affected by increased intracranial pressure. This is due to its long intracranial course and location of cranial foramen. This sprinkling fire extinguisher is starting to create a pond on the bottom of the floor. Now, our abductor may be a thief, but he still has morals, so he's left a few dollars behind for a cleanup. This pond and dollars on the floor should remind you of the pontomedullary junction, a point very close to the origin of the abducens nerve, the pons. All this water can't be good for the diamond case, which begins to break apart. Damn, they don't make them like they used to. As a result, the diamonds start to spill over onto the side of the pillow. Let's take a step back here. Remember, we're using these diamond cases to represent the eyes. So, the broken case represents an injury to the abducens nerve. As a result, the diamonds have slid into the middle, representing the medialization of the pupils. Notice the diamond not only moved inwards, but multiplied. When the abducens is damaged, the pupils medialize, or move to the middle, and this creates a phenomenon known as horizontal diplopia, or double vision. I think you're picking up what I'm putting down here. The green boxes represent the other rectus muscles, innervated by the ocular motor nerve. The red box, representing the abducens, has lost its function and cannot draw the pupil laterally. Now, since there is a pond on the floor, let's add a life vest as a short reminder that the abducens is a motor efferent limb of the vestibular ocular reflex. Finally, this abduction is building up an appetite with our thief. Let's throw a menu on the wall with today's special, superb fish. Soup, orb, fish. If you've been following the series up till now, you should recognize this as our visual cue for the superior orbital fissure, the cranial foramen for the abducens nerve. And check out today's date on the board. It's the 6th of the 6th. The abducens nerve is the 6th cranial nerve. What a coincidence. This one's been short and sweet, but you've covered the abducens nerve. It moves the eyes laterally, both voluntarily and due to the vestibular ocular reflex. The cranial foramen, or exit from the cranium, is the superior orbital fissure. The motor was present during the mnemonic, reminding you that it is a motor nerve. And the date on that menu included a bunch of 6s, reminding you that it is the 6th cranial nerve. Feel free to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content, and I'll see you in the next video.